So I'm here at Bangsari Beach at the park, and I just finished doing my pectoral workout. And so it's really the only pec machine around at all these stations that engineered the right way in regards to having the paddles here and pushing in this way, as opposed to having them on your hands and like far in front of you. So you get a lot better results from it. So I come here 3 days a week, unless the girls go to Bangkok, and then I'm stuck and have to go to the more local exercise stations. So I'm going to continue and give a little bit more detail on the meet-in pass with the Dos Manos, okay? And let's get into it. Good morning. So again, the idea against the #1 attack here is that I crash and I present an angled structure, all right? So what happens next in regards to the way I pass the technique is based upon the shared pressure or force of both people, all right? And if the pressure continues on the high line, then the pass will be over the top, okay? But again, what will happen is that I won't stay where I am, but that when I pass it and I kick it up, is that I'll do the lateral triangular step, okay? So again, the idea is that the strike comes in, I crash the line, and if there is no continued force at all, right, and the opponent backs away or increases the range between us in any fashion, then of course I would go to a single stick movement and a longer hit, all right? Now, so, but if he continued to pressure on the high line is when I would give way and pop it up, okay, and complete the lateral triangular step and position and refacing, and follow up with the hits, okay? Now, what I did mention is also passing it this way, all right? And again, just to give you the more detail, I think I covered it, but just to be clear, is that if I crash and the opponent takes the path of least resistance and begins to attack the low line, okay? So he's on the stick here, but he disengages and goes around it in that fashion, what we call circular hitting, all right? Or following the path of least resistance and establishing a new line of attack, then my pass would be this way, and my attack would be this way, my counter attack. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so if the pressure remains high, pass from under this way, under to over, okay? If he disengages and takes the path of least resistance to a lower line, then I would follow it down and pass it this way, follow up with my attack, all right? And again, you can see clearly that these hits and puño strikes are the main weapons. If he disengages, I go to long hits this way or this way, because I have those options when I hold a stick this way, of both right and left. Okay? All right. Now, again, what we talked about on the #2 side was that we really don't want to pass it, okay? Because when we pass it, again, to review, that we open ourselves up to his rear tools, okay? And we lose the position of advantage of cutting his body in half while we have full use of ours, okay? So I think you understand that principally, all right? However, in other words, proactively, I don't want to make that happen myself. That's not my goal. But if I have to do it reactively, where the pressure is overwhelming, it's the same theory as on the other side. What's different about it is that because it also exposes me to his rear tools, is I have to travel away from it. So if the pressure remains on the high line and I kick it up and I pass it this way, okay, I would not stay here and face this way and receive the wrath of the rear tools, okay? So instead I would step away from it on this line. And again, we face from the same angle that we did on the outside, but I'm on the inside. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So ultimately, to meet and pass on the inside and get to the outside, you step to your left, okay? And it's the same thing here. If I meet the backhand on this side and I'm forced to pass it either this way or this way, again, yeah, I did mention that. So if the pressure remains high, we pass it over the top and we step off and reface on this line to get away from the rear tool. And if he takes the path of least resistance, okay, then I pass it from the top and under, and again, angle away from it to get the position of advantage. Okay, so that's just to give you some more detail, and again, so that you understand, to reiterate that you understand that it's tactile. It's based on the shared pressure of each other that you feel happening in real time. Okay, dudes, I'm gonna go to the beach and take some shots and videos, and then I'm gonna head to the other place that I shoot my videos and do a second video today. Okay, toodles.